Hey guys, welcome back. In this bit, we are going to learn about the structure of a C++ program. It's really important to know about library files. These files contain collection of functions. For example, the header file iosstream.h contains a couple of really important functions called cout and cin statements. So let's understand the structure of a C++ program using a program itself. Now this code allows us to sum any two numbers. And yeah, of course, we'll be running this code in dev C++, but before that, let's understand what each line stands for. The first two lines of the code are predefined files. The hash symbol is called the preprocessor director. It indicates that the specified header file are included in the program before the compilation. Now, the iosstream file gives us the input and the output functions, which is cin for the input statement and cout for the output statement. The double arrow is called the cascading operator. Conio file gives us clear screen, that is CLR SCR function, which clears the output screen for the fresh output. Another useful function it gives is getch. I'll explain this function a little later. And moving on, the int main function, the crucial part of any program, because the program executes the main function first. The place of the function in the program doesn't matter. Anyhow, the main function is going to be executed first. And now about the int. Int is the return type of a main function. Return type means what value the function represents after the function is executed. So instead of int, it's void. This means that the function will represent no value after the function is being executed. And about the cin and cout statements. Cout statements displays the message on the output screen. And cin extracts information as input from the user. So now the first two statements are done. The next statement too. We finished the cout, cin, and now it comes to the sum. Next line of code is sum. It's the same logic here. Sum stores the sum of number 1 and number 2. Getch. For example, the output screen turns out to be like this. Getch prevents the output screen from closing automatically. It will ask for any key for us to press for the output screen to quit. And now here we have our formatting characters. Set W is set width basically. N represents the number of taps to move and then it prints the output. /T has the same work too. Set precision is used to control the number of digits of an output of floating value, which is basically decimal numbers. For example, if we set the precision value to 3, then we would get 3 decimal numbers. End L or end line or /n formats the output to print in the next or new line. So yeah guys, we have studied all the elements of the program. So let's implement all one by one and let's put it together to make our program 2, which is the program to sum two numbers. Now we'll go and get this program coded. We will just open Dave C++. We'll start coding for the program to sum two numbers. So starting off, we'll have to include both the header files. In Dave C++, if you enable this one arrow, the other arrow will be automatically enabled for you. So it's kind of easy. And next header file would be conio.h. Just recall, iOS stream is used for cin and cout statements, and conio.h header file is used for getch and clear screen statements. And over here, we have to type this line. Next comes our int main. So this line is common in each and every. This line is common in every program you type in Dave C++ especially. And here's your opening and closing curly brackets. First would be you have to declare all the variables. So I'm gonna use integer type to declare number 1, that's what we used, number 2 for the second number, and sum itself for the sum, of course. Now we are going to use cout statement, and whatever you type between these double quotes will be displayed on the output screen. So as a programmer, you would type enter two numbers to sum, and this line enter two numbers to sum will be shown in the output screen. Okay, if the user enters two numbers, we need to store that number under number 1 variable and number 2 variable. We're going to use cin statement and use the inward arrows. If you want to know what's the key for this, it is shift plus period. It taken the number they entered as number 1 and the second number they entered as number 2. Just notice in between I use this double inward arrow because the two numbers are separate. And don't forget your semicolon. Now after taking the two numbers, we need to of course perform the sum operation. So you type sum is equal to number 1 plus number 2. And it's not the other way. Number 1 plus number 2 is equal to the sum. No. Because sum should be the first because that's the variable you're going to store the sum for. And to give a clean look, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to say the user that this is the actual sum. The sum is. The sum is. Put your semicolon. And the next line, you have to show your sum. Don't see in, you have to see out. I mean, the sum should be displayed on the screen. So sum, and into your semicolon, use getch. I discussed about the use case for this getch. Now we'll compile and run it. Okay, so we have got our output screen. As you can see, it tells us to enter two numbers. Okay, I'm gonna go with 67, and then you press enter. This 67 will be stored as number 1. The next number would be 34 for me. The 34 will be stored as number 2. And you click enter again. Okay, it gave me the sum is 101. But what's the problem here is that is and 101 is printed together. So what I'm going to do is it's going to enter. It tells me to press any key to continue. That's the function of getch. So I'm just going to type some number and it takes me back to the program screen. Create some space over here. I'm going to take the semicolon out, type the double outward angle, and then I'm going to create some space. Just like that. Because the space under this will be printed. Okay. So after that, I'm going to get my semicolon. I think that's it. That would be good. And then what you can do is that you can shift, enter 2 numbers. I mean, a little bit towards the right side of the screen because it's stuck towards the left. I'm going to use /t. You can use another /t also, according to you. Just avoid the space there. And over here too, /t. /t stands for tab space. So let's run this now. Let's see how it goes. Compile and run. Yeah, see? We got this output. Now it's printed to a little bit to the right side of the screen. We'll go for enter. Oh, sorry, I didn't even enter a number. 23, 34. The sum is 57. Here you go. You have the space over here because we added a space. So guys, this is how you perform the program to sum. Yeah guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next bit.